So 423, bottom of the page, please. All right. This is where we left off on Friday. It's all about taking a description of a couple of lines and formulating it into a new function. So, determine the equation in general form of a line through the point 5, 0, and perpendicular to the line with the equation 3x minus 5y plus 17. As soon as you see the word perpendicular or parallel, what are they asking you to find? You have to find the slope. To find the slope of something, it cannot be in standard form. It has to be mx plus b form. You need to rewrite it like that. Y equals blah. Okay? So we need to rearrange this equation here. Now, I want it y equals. I want y by itself. What should I do as my first step to this 3x minus 5y plus 17? Put the y on the other side. That's the first step. So I'm going to add 5y to each side. So I got 3x plus 17 equals 5y. What do I do next? Sorry? Divide by 5. Oops. Divide by 5. So I get 3x over 5. Okay. There is the equation rewritten in mx plus b form. What is the slope of this line? 3 over 5. This is your slope, m. Now, I want a perpendicular slope. So what is a perpendicular slope to 3 over 5? Negative 5 over 3. Okay. We have one piece of information. We have our slope. What's the other piece of information they tell us? It goes through that point. So we have slope and we have a point. What equation should we use? Point slope. I'll write it over here, which is, and remember, you get all these formulas. Okay. What is y1? 0. Right? So I get y. I'm not going to write minus 0. You could if you really wanted to, but I'm not going to. My slope is negative 5 over 3, and my x value is 5. That's a 3. There. Okay. Just for practice, what do I do now? All right, so we go negative 5 over 3x. What's negative 5 over 3 times negative 5? How do you multiply fractions? Top times top, bottom times bottom. And so you pretend the 5 is over 1. So I get positive 25 over 3. Y equals. Now, yeah. So this is mx plus b form. Correct? Is that right? Okay. They want it in general form or standard form, which is the ax plus by plus c form. What do I need to get rid of for standard or general form? You need to get rid of fractions. How do you clear fractions? Multiply. Multiply them all by the common denominator, which is 3. So I essentially, whole thing times 3. What's 3 times y? What's 3 times negative 5 over 3? It's negative 5. Because the 3's will just cancel each other, right? You would get negative 15 over 3, which turns into negative 5. And then the last one's going to be plus 25. So now I have 3y is equal to negative 5x plus 25. In general or standard form, everything needs to be to one side, and the x value has to be positive. So what do I want to move? Yeah, so I'm going to move the 5x and the 25, right? When I move the 5x over here, it becomes positive. When I move the 25 over there, it becomes... So the answer is 5x plus 3y minus 25 equals 0. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah. You have some questions?
I'm going to do one more. I know. All right, we're going to do one more question. May I flip the page, please? Or can you flip the page, please? Last one. So this is like the one we did at the beginning of class. Find the equation in general form of the line perpendicular to that line. As soon as you see the word perpendicular, what are you trying to find? Slope, which means you have to rewrite it in mx plus b form. So what am I going to move here? Move the y. That's what I would do too. 5x minus 10 is equal to 7y. Then what? What do I do now? Divide by 7. Okay, so there is my equation. What's the slope? M is 5 over 7. I want perpendicular. So what's the perpendicular slope? Negative 7 over 5. Now we have the same x-intercept as this. What's the value of the y? What's the value of y at the x-intercept? That's y is equal to 0. So now put that in there and solve for x. 2 times anything is 0. What does x equal? So that means that we have a point of 12 and 0, and we have the slope of that. So what formula do I put it into? Point slope. And then multiply it in. What's 7 times 12? 84? Is that right? We'll leave it there. Because on a test, I'll ask you to do one question where it's in standard form. All right? So you would multiply through by 5 and then move everything to one side. But okay? All right. Here's what you're doing.
Is that result at the MX plus B?
That's mx plus b form right there. So we are going to do question. We did one on Friday. So let's do question 3A. Oh, let's do all of question 3. All of number 3 and number 5. 3 and 5, please.